Everyone knows that piece of advice. If the ocean suddenly recedes, run because it's a tsunami. So when my son and I were at the beach and the water started to recede, we did what anyone would do. We ran. We weren't alone in our flight, of course. Everyone ran. Everyone knew the advice. We all wanted to live, so we ran. We tried to find higher ground and waited, and waited, and waited. It should have been only a few minutes, according to Google. The wave should have happened. It should have come and sweep us up to a watery grave, but it didn't. Something's thirsty, my son said, making his own assumptions about the world based on what he saw. I didn't dare explain it to him. After hours, we felt semi-safe, safe enough to try to seek answers. The news played on every station, talking about stranded oil rig workers, about ships crashed on the dry seabed, or worse, ships that had simply vanished. It swallowed up wherever the water had gone. No one had answers, only dead, sea life, and panic as the reality and the fire set in. Fire? Yes, fire. Without the ocean, everything was dry as a desert, and when there's a spark caused by some poor fool with a cig, well, we didn't have much to combat with it. It was weeks before someone got a glimpse of the thing from the barren ocean. The thirsty thing, dry and giant. We can only assume it was thirsty. Where else would the water have gone? It came for our rivers, our lakes. It'll come for our glaciers eventually. It didn't care if there was something in its way. It tore down buildings and dead forests to get a pond. The day it devoured someone was the day our world truly ended. And its long tongue lapped them up, crushed the man in its jaws, and it realized living creatures have fluid in them. I am the creature approaching now. I'm so thirsty. I gave my son the last of our bottled water, and he drank it like it was the last of his drops on earth. It could be, in all honesty. He asked me what will happen now. I didn't have the heart to tell him. This last story is called Twisted Family Problems. Just shuffle a bit closer to the microphone, please, Miss Davis. That's it. Thank you. Okay, let's begin. When did your mother first start attacking you? 2 years ago. It was my 15th birthday. I had a huge garden party. My stepdad, George, was cooking everyone burgers on the barbecue, and the music was blaring. People were dancing, and I was just at the top of the stairs on my way back from the bathroom when she pushed me down. The next thing I remember was waking up in a bed. I had a bandage wrapped around my head, and she just sat there next to me, glaring at me. Uh-huh, it's okay. Take your time. She leaned in close and said, You. I know what you are. You might act all sweet and innocent, but I know what you're like. You're nothing but a dirty girl. Your own mother said that to you? Yeah. Wow. Sorry, carry on. Well, I think I've known for a long time that she had problems, which actually runs in the family, and I guess she liked to blame the problems on me. They'd only been married for a week when George first realized what was going on. He took off, of course, never to be seen again, and didn't want to get involved, I guess. Did they get divorced? Yes, eventually, about 6 months ago, when she got married again to Paul. Paul? A last name. Richardson. So, Paul is your new stepdad? Well, yeah, technically. We'll have to talk to Paul about this at some point, and that's all. Right, well, Thank you, Miss Davis, for being so brave and telling me all of this and getting this far. But, now it's time to talk about this incident, okay? Okay. Okay. Tell me what happened. I I was with my boyfriend on the couch and we were watching TV. She just come home from work, so us both cuddled up and just completely lost it. She started throwing shoes at us, bags, ornaments, anything she could grab onto. I told him to leave quickly, which he did. And that that was when I saw the knife. It's okay. Take your time. Just tell me when you can. She was moving so fast toward me. I I don't even know how I did it, but I somehow managed to flip the knife. The blade turned a full 180 and went straight into her chest. The blood. Oh god, the blood. It was everywhere. Miss Davis, please calm down. That's it, calm down. It's okay. I'm sorry, officer. No, you don't have to be sorry. You've been through a lot. I think that's enough for tonight anyway. We will contact Paul for his interview, and then we can finish up the rest tomorrow, okay? Okay. Thank you, officer. The winter night air was cold and crisp, and she was glad to see the familiar car waiting outside the police station for her. She jumped inside and soaked up the warmth. Hey, my beautiful lady. So how'd it go? Asked Paul. No problem, she replied. He believed every word. Okay, thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed these stories for today, and I hope you guys have a nice week. So don't forget to sit back, relax, and listen.